let's say we want to add more information. Let's say that a field trip is coming up, and I, as a teacher, have to collect money from students for this field trip, and I want to keep track of which students have paid and which students have not paid. So let's come over here and we are going to add a column. Okay, so let's add this column right here, and I can either add a column here, it doesn't matter, I can add a column anywhere I want to. All right, so let's just put field trip. All right, and let's say the field trip was $10. Okay, so I can put $10. Oh, that don't look like $10. What happened to my decimal points? Nuts. What do I do? Oh, I know. I can go ahead and format the whole column so that every time I put a number in there, it's going to format it as money. So I can highlight my cells, or I can highlight the whole column. It doesn't matter. I can come up here to format, or you can right click. So I can right click and I can get format cells. Say this drop down window comes up and I can go to currency. So when I click on currency, I can determine what kind of currency do I want. Do I want negative numbers, positive numbers? Do I want to show it with 2 decimal places? So I've got, that's about what I want. We'll hit OK, and there's my $10. Now, from here on out, I could just put the number 10, $10. The number 10, $10. Up. Neil Pert didn't pay. Eugene Simmons, Gene Simmons, he didn't pay. Vince Neil, he didn't pay. Cindy Lou Who, she paid. All right, and Arnold Hilton, he paid. And Alex didn't pay, but Vanna White, she paid. Okay. I can go ahead and fix my formatting. Okay, so I can go ahead and format this the same way. So let's click over here, and we are going to take care of that. We are going to highlight this and put the darker border around. And we'll go ahead and highlight the darker border all the way around, and we're back in business. Now, let's say that I want to make sure I have enough money to pay for my field trip. So here's where I can add some math formulas. Okay, so let's say right down here, I'll put this nice little block, and I want to highlight it. And so let's highlight it with that nice bold line, and right next to this we are going to put total. Okay, now I could either add up that information, or what I can do is I can let the spreadsheet do the math for me, and that's really what spreadsheets are all about, doing the math. Okay, so one of the things we can do is we can put in a math formula. Okay, so if I click right there in the cell, there's a little button up here that's called the formula bar. So it says hide or show formula bar. My formula bar is right down here. See the FX? That's my formula bar. So what I can do is I can create a formula. Now the first way that we create a formula is we put the equal sign. That means whatever's in this box, in this cell, I want it to equal things that I'm going to add up. Now, because I'm going to add, we want to use the word sum, S-U-M. Okay? Now, so it's going to give me the sum. Well, it's going to give me the sum of what? So what I need to do is in parentheses, I need to tell it what to add up. So I'm going to have an open parentheses, okay? And I can click at my top right here, okay? Now, right now it's going to add whatever I've got in cell number E2. So see right here, I've got column E and I've got line 2. If I wanted to add every one of these, then all I got to do is drag it down. And as soon as I hit enter, okay, or I can close my parentheses and hit enter, boom, there it is. So right now, I've got $60, okay? Now, this will change when I add other people. Let's say Neil brought in his money. So I hit 10, boom, $70. So that's another great thing about these spreadsheets is they will do the math for us. We just have to be intelligent about the formula we put in. So learning the formulas is, okay, you might have to do a little research on it. You might have to go for help to figure out the right kind of formula to use, whether you're going to add, subtract, multiply. You could do them all in the same formula. So it's really an amazing thing. What does this do? This helps us so we don't have to do it in our head, or we don't have to, do all of this with a calculator. Set it up, and I could be adding people and money all day long, and it will add that information. It will constantly add that information.